start with Al, right?
Yes,
Al?
team captain.
Oh man, he, you know, I told him, not just him, I told the whole group in the meeting room, his performance through the first 2 games really remind me of what Homer did for us his freshman year. A guy that came in, didn't say much, wanted to be on depth charts, just worked his butt off in practice. You put him in game situations and he showed out. He showed out. His performance is what earned him that spot. He's a kid that, at the end of the game, you're trying to get some other kids that don't normally play in the game. And I'm like, hey, Al, once you get take this rep off, I'm going to put somebody else there. He said, no, I'm not coming out. And I said, okay, all right, get back in there then. You know, so he's a guy that tells me, that right there tells me he wants to be in there. And, you know, he's a really good football player, okay? He's a really good football player. He's got great speed. He's a great tackler. He's got the right mindset, the right mentality to be an unbelievable special teams player. For the kid to be a captain game 3 of his freshman year, that says a lot about the kid.
I was going to say, can you remember the last time you had a freshman do that like
Homer, I believe, was a captain his freshman year. I don't think it was game 3. It might have been game 7 or 8. Somebody could probably look that up. But he was a freshman, captain his freshman year on special teams. But Al was probably the first this early, yeah, for sure.
What special teams does he play?
He starts, you know, he's involved in all 4. Okay, but he's a starter on kickoff, and he's a starter on punt right now. Starter on punt. And he would probably start on the other units, to be honest with you, but, you know, he shares the same number with Hightower, and he can't be on the same field, because Hightower starts on some. You can't have 2 7s on the field, so there's some finagling you got to do with these jersey numbers right now.
Coach, the job that maybe Jeff has been doing, not Jeff, Fiegel, Zach, it's just the way he's maybe been working to correct
and I think he feels the pressure more than anybody else, to be honest with you. I mean, he knows. I mean, think about it, he's a very conscientious kid. You know, he understands that he was brought here to do a job, and our standard is to be the best in the country. That is our goal, okay? And we are not there right now, okay? And he understands that more than anybody else. Trust me, because if you look at who he has on that unit with him, he has Jaquan Johnson, he has Shaq Quarterman, he has Travis Homer, he has Demetrius Jackson, okay? He has Amari Carter, and he has Al Blades now. Those are the guys he has on that unit with him. He understands that they are holding a very high standard, and he needs to hold a very high standard as well. So the kid's working his butt off, okay? And I told you last time that I believe he's going to get there, and I do believe he's going to get there. And for some reason he doesn't, then we'll try Spicer, and if that doesn't work, then we'll have to find somebody else in the offseason. All right, but at this point right now, the only thing we can do is help promote that kid and give that kid every opportunity to get out of this funk, and that's what it is. Because when he gets out here, man, and I know practice is different in games, okay? He gets out here, he shows us what he can do. We just got to transition to that in the games, okay? So we're giving him every opportunity to get out of this thing.
Todd, what they are able to do on special teams, I mean, they literally had a play in their opener. They just took the ball out of hands.
I'll say this, can I tell my kids this, okay? You watch film every week. The 2 things you can tell are, is the team sound, are they very sound with their scheme, okay? Are they very well coached up? And do they play hard? Okay, that's the 2 things you can see off film. And this team right here is probably one of, if not the best, okay, most well-coached teams we'll face all year in regards to special teams, okay? They don't have a very extravagant scheme, but it's not too simple as well. It's very sound, okay? They try hard, they compete, and they finish. So they are very, very good on special teams.
That play in and of itself, have you shown them that?
No, we saw it day one. Day one, we showed them that, because we know we do punt every day, and that's their punt block team. We showed them that, and plus 25 is one of their better players, if not their best player. And so he's very similar to a Homer, to a Jaquan. He starts on all their special teams unit as well, and he is probably their best offensive player, and that's the guy that blocked the punt.
How big was this pass game for your young tight ends? Just their confidence?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, you know, they weren't frustrated after game 1, but they understood that they wanted to do more to help the team maybe in game 1. And so telling young kids, you're like, hey man, you're going to get your shot. Just be patient and stick to the game plan. And they had just as many game plan targets against Savannah State as they did LSU. It just happened to come to them in this game. And you ended up with 9 catches of the unit and 3 touchdowns. And I mean, I think those kids just getting out there and seeing themselves actually make plays does wonders for their confidence. Well, let me tell you what, 9's not lacking for confidence, okay? Trust me. All right, but it was good to see those guys get in the end zone for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good?
Great, yeah.